Hey guys, here is Rainy and welcome to my Unreal Engine C++ course. I am sure we will have lots of fun together. In this couple of lectures, we will go through some fundamentals of Unreal Engine with focus on C++, but absolutely we will use some blueprints. And let's don't talk so much. Let's go inside it. Okay, we will open Epic Game Launcher. I'm sure that you know how to download it. You can go to the epicgame.com and then download it, no problem. When you download the Epic Game Launcher, you will see several different versions of Unreal Engine that you can add using this plus button. The lots of versions from the earlier stage that currently we will go through the 4.25 version, the almost the latest release that currently is available. By clicking on launch button, the engine will go to launch. Okay, in the first screen, you will see the different type of project that you can create. Let's start with the games. In the new version of Unreal Engine, at the start of this screen, you are not distinguishing between the C++ project or blueprints, because in previous version it was like this. First you should decide and then you choose the parts, but here you will decide which type of project you would like to create, and then you will choose either you want to go to the C++ template or blueprint one. Generally, I suggest even if you want to create something with blueprint, you can start with C++ and then add the blueprint. It should be no problem. But in some cases, the only blueprint template is available. Different type of templates is here, like first person that is very famous in Unreal Engine, or third person one that you can control a pawn from the backside of him, or some a platformer type like side scroller. It's really fun. Maybe we will go through it also one day. To get into it, maybe it's not bad to start with first person templates. Let's go. In the next screen, you will choose between the type of the project, either it's blueprint or C++. That here we'll choose C++. The quality is maximal quality, or yeah, absolutely the scalable 2D or 3D. That's not our case. And yeah, also enabling or disabling the ray tracing. That here for this project we will disable it, but maybe later on we will go also through the ray tracing features. And yeah, it's not bad to have some starter content, and we will want to run it on desktop and console. Here you should give a path for it. I will choose Unreal projects, maybe first lecture, and let's click on create project. Wow, we will have lots of fun in a moment. In the meanwhile, let's talk about scripting or programming language that comes by Unreal Engine. You have a C++ choice here, then it's really powerful, but sometimes a little bit annoying programming language. But when we go through it, I think it would be really tasty. Don't worry. And if you want to use C++, you should either use Visual Studio or in new version you can also have the option to use Rider. That here we will also use it. It's by JetBrains and it's a really good idea. Okay, Unreal is opened and you can see the initial screen that yeah, maybe it's a little bit different to yours because I'm using some modified version, but simple. I will explain you how to do it. In the main screen you see the 3D viewports. That's yeah, exactly, that's the template that we choose. The toolbars, that's not very cool. Some handy tools like for example for compile, build, or playing the games. Detail object, detail that's related for each object. You can see the details. That's yeah, we will go through it also step by step. The hierarchy, if you are get used to other engines like Unity, you see the hierarchy that here they called it word outliner. And content browser, that is something like file browser that you can browse through your assets. It's better to just open the source panel. It makes it easier to navigate through it. And also the modes that you can create different type of object like actors or effects or anything else that is by default comes by Unreal. Okay, let's see what is inside this scene. By pressing the right click button, you can move the mouse, rotate it, and by pressing WASD, like any first person game, you can walk through these environments. It's really fun. It's a game without doing anything. Yeah. Um, for example, these white boxes are the cube actor that you can add another one by clicking right into the scene, and it has some default properties that you can modify them through the code. It's I'm just wanna go very quick into some points, and then we will make our game. You have different primitive shapes that they are really useful either for doing some prototyping or testing your code. They are pretty handy. Okay, for person delete, you can delete the objects. In the hierarchy, to make them more structured, you can create some folders by clicking on this plus button. And yeah, structure the object in the scene, because after a while you will have lots of objects and you need to organize them somehow, and it's good to know how you can organize them using the folders. Let's see what we have in this scene in the play mode. When you press play, wow, you have first person game. It's working, you can move, you can shoot, and it's one of the benefits of Unreal Engine that even without doing anything, you have something to at least do your prototype and test your game. Okay, yeah, but this scene looks a little bit boring. I would like to improve the feeling by the very simple way. Let's go into the content browser, right click, you will see lots of options and things that you can create a folder for materials. Underscore materials. Okay. I would like to give some color to these objects. And when you press right click here, you can choose the materials asset, which can be applied to a mesh to control the visual look of the scene. Okay, good. I will call it simple. It's better to use the naming convention of Arial and under simple color. By double clicking on this asset, it will be opened. Yeah, it's open in new window, but you can drag and drop here to attach it to the top side. Yeah. This graph editor is similar to many other graph editors for defining the shaders and materials. If you're used to Unity and new versions of Unity, you will see the shader graph that is similar, and it's really powerful here also. You can use it. It has for different type of materials, you will get different parameters. For example, now we are on default lead surface material that we has these options like base color, metallic, specular roughness. I will explain them one by one later, but for now, just let's do some fun. Okay, we want to define the base color. Base color can be a single constant color, and color in Unreal Engine will be defined by a vector form. We will search for the vector, with constant for vector. Yeah. Okay, it's black. What does it mean? It means that this color consists of four channels: red, green, blue, and alpha channel. By double click on it, you can define color in different ways, either RGB or HSV. But you can see that you have pretty cool color here. Maybe I will make it a little bit darker. Yeah, good. Now if you press save, and go to your map, you see the material thumbnail is already updated, and you can drag and drop this material in each object that you like. Absolutely, it makes the scene to feels much better. But I would like to assign this material to all of these cubes. The easiest way is to go to the hierarchy. Maybe it's better to press Ctrl Z. Yeah. Select all of the cube by selecting the top one, and then press and hold Shift key on keyboard and select the last one. And here inside the material, you can see it's almost white. Just drag and drop here. Ta-da! All of them now has the green color. Okay, but I would like to have these boxes that is somehow walls, separators, as other color, but using the same material, only changing the color. The thing that I should do is first open again this material, and instead of putting this one as a constant, right click on it and press convert to parameter. We can call it color or main color. Yeah. You see here is a parameter name, and it changes also here. But what's the benefit of this work? You will see. Save it again. And when you return to your scene, absolutely you see no difference. But if you right click on your material and press create material instance, we can create an instance of this material with different properties. I will call it prefix mi simple color orange. Now when you double click on this material, you see the parameter that you exposed is available here, main color. Just first check the tick, and then you can choose another color, something like this. Very cool. Save it. And now you have another material that you can assign. Just a moment, it's doing the shader compiling. Yeah, now you can assign it. However, I'm not so happy to have the same material also for the walls. Then let's create another material instance and call it maybe brown. Do it again. Do not forget to check the tick. And somehow yeah, not totally brown, but yeah, somehow yellowish brown. Very cool. Now it looks much better. And let's also create another one. Call it light. And then maybe we should reduce the saturation and then fill up. Yeah, good. now. I will apply this material to that. Okay, let's press play, and you see, at least from my point of view, it looks much more interesting. Cool. Now we have the scene. What should we do to create a game? Absolutely, writing some scripts. But maybe it's enough for this lecture. In the next lecture, we will create our first script using the C++ and writer IDE, and we will have lots of more fun. See you later. Bye.